My ex-wife had a friend that was like a kind of like a brother buddy.
I know this one, I'm sorry.
So he was chasing after this girl, and he bought her a big diamond and took her to Cannery Row in Monterey and bought her dinner and asked her to marry him and give her this big ring, and she just dropped it in his plate, walked out, got a taxi cab, and went home. So the next day he was at my house crying on my wife's shoulder. So I wrote him this little poem, thinking that it might make him understand a little more about what he was doing. He's never spoke to me again to this day. It's called Puppy Love. Well, I come walking in the bar one day, and a friend of mine was there. The way he sat there drinking, I didn't think he had a care. Till I pulled up beside him, I could see that weren't the case. There was a look of sadness I could see there in his face. He said his best girl quit him, turned him down and plumb flat. She said nope, she wouldn't marry him, and that was all there was to that. So I told my friend the story, so he wouldn't feel so grim, about a little dog that took a walk, and what became of him. You see, this little dog went for a walk one day in the sun so bright, and as he trotted along, his little tail wagged both left and right. Well, he trotted along for quite a while till his feet were starting to ache, so he sat down along the railroad tracks to take himself a break. Well, it happened a train was coming, which he chose to just ignore. He didn't worry much about that. He'd seen trains before. Well, he thought to himself, while sitting there, I'll be daring and turn my back. I know that train won't get me because trains don't leave the track. However, he'd made a miscalculation. And there behind him on the rail was about the last 2 inches of his fluffy little tail. Well, they sat there very unconcerned and completely unaware of the big surprise he was going to get when that old train got there. Well, pretty soon that train come by thundering down the rail and cut off the last 2 inches of his fluffy little tail. Well, he quickly spun around to see what had caused such pain and dread. And when he did, that big old train cut off his little head.
Oh.
Well, my friend just sat there looking like I'd plumb lost my mind. There was no connection between the two that he could find, so I said, my friend, the moral of that dog along the rail is never lose your head over a little piece of tail.